First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing now is Stroud. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Now this one finds McConkey. That'll give them 8 that time, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Musgrave's got it out right. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Barkley, inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Falcons at 13-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Jackson now. Touchdown, Falcons. Ladd McConkey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Give to Hall running right. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's Stroud. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Trey McBride from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yep.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And bulldozing his way through. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's Jackson. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked up by Javon Holland, and the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
And the Falcons, first down.
Back to throw. Jackson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And Xavier Legette, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Stroud working out of the gun. Alluding to pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stroud to throw it. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. They find some open field here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Panthers.
Stroud. Got his man. It's Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But his son did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing again is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Stroud now on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll give to Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This is caught by Williams.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Carolina.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers.
Again, it's Stroud. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Jackson to throw. That one completes it again. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And Jackson throwing once more. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
By Kenneth Murray. A 9-yard loss. It's now second and 19.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Down the left sideline. Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Stroud. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Brian Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Kenneth Murray picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, this one deep for Wilson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. Now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. He's got McBride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta will give them the season sweep. Here comes 2nd down. Now Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they'll just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Now Jackson. Short throw caught by Bowers. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here it is, 4th and inches. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down. Here now, 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Jackson. Pass taken in by his And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And here in overtime, if the team that receives... So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Atlanta, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3